Hi, Collective. I'm just packing up Pisces reading, and I got this vision come through with this word, the Watchmen. And I'm seeing these like fishermen, you know, those like in a raincoat, and it has like this kind of sideways hat. I don't know. And they have no face. And they're like, it's black what they're wearing, the Watchmen. And it's like, it's here. And I feel like it's a message for the collective. So, oh, I forgot to put this charm away. What do we have? The letter A could be significant, or it's the beginning of something here. But there's like this Watchman energy coming through, and it's multiple. Maybe they're like guides, or perhaps there's some other kind of entity here. I don't know. The Watchman. I don't feel like threatened or anything like that. I don't feel anything really. I'm kind of indifferent to this vision. I'm more just curious what this is. And it feels like they're looking out at like a stormy sea, the Watchmen. So I want to get into it and find out what this is so I can go on with my day, because this will be lingering if I don't do a reading. So let's find out what the Watchmen are. I'm just going to do the usual spread I do, but we'll do it collectively. So this could be a message about the collective, or it could be about for you personally, but it's for more than one of you in the collective, obviously. Interesting. Maybe someone's stating the obvious here and somebody's watching. Oh, interesting. Obedience. The Watchman. Ooh. Number 48. And this person's holding the sword of truth and the scales of justice. So basically, again, stating the obvious, like justice. Obedience. These watchmen are seeing if somebody is going to obey justice or the laws of divine justice. Let's get two more, Spirit, and then we'll get some other cards. Chaos. Yeah, this is like the storm on the sea. But look, see, she's blindfolded, right? She's supposed to be impartial. This is like impartial justice. Huh. The watchmen, yeah, indifferent. They're impartial. Okay, but they're watching some kind of chaos happening, and they're recording it, or they're on the lookout. I don't know if they're even taking an action here. Okay, one more, Spirit, from this deck. The Watchman. Obedience and chaos. Understanding. I'm seeing, this is the card Playful, but I don't think that's part of the message. I think there's something about a cat here for someone. That's a side message. It feels like there's a cat with a very particular personality, and you have to let them be who they are. Something like that, okay? I don't know. 43 coming through. Understanding. And here is the, like, is it calm? Yeah, calm ocean. Ooh, so perhaps you're at a choice point. Are you going to kick up the dirt and cause some chaos, or are you going to chill and invoke the energies of divine wisdom and understanding of why something is occurring? That's for some of you, but for others of you, I feel like the watchmen are watching something that you might also be watching. There's some kind of understanding that can resolve something here, or bring the chaos to an end. I also feel like the watchmen have seen something, and this could be this archetype of the watchman. I'm gonna have to, my freaking iPad died, so I can't even Google like the archetype, but it's definitely an archetype here. So it could be something within you. You could have an aspect of yourself that's a watchman, watching the seas, and when they get rough. The fisherman. Yeah, it's interesting. But there's multiple There's there's like a row of them. They're watching to see if you understand the chaos. And the obedience. Okay, let's go further in. Tell me more, Spirit, about the obedience. No, I didn't see them. So it didn't feel right. Let's see. The obedience. Tell me more about the obedience. What is this about? There could be a lot riding on something. Pillar of strength. Fortify your resolve and stand strong in your truth. Do not let others undermine your faith. Will you have obedience in your faith, in your trust, in spirit, and in yourself and your own integrity? Will you be a pillar of strength in the chaos? Because if you are, you gain some kind of divine understanding. Whoa. So the watchmen are watching to see who the pillar of strength is. If you will see that you are a pillar of strength, and there's a portal here, which you can go through and get out of the chaos. See, you being a pillar of strength gets you out of this chaotic situation. And I feel like being a pillar of strength means persevering with the truth. Fortify your resolve and stand strong in your truth. So this is don't back down, but also don't go forward violently, I'm getting, or with malice, with shadow. Don't go forward in a way that's going to try to intentionally harm, whether that's psychologically, emotionally, spiritually, whatever, physically, but don't back down. And that's a very, well, it's not hard for, okay, hold on, let me revise that, Spirit. Maybe you need to revise something here. It feels like you could react in a way that is outside of your character. That's a better way to say it. And it could be very hard for you to stand in this balance of like, oh, I just want to get out of this. I just want to back down. And screw it. I'm just going to say it like it is. I'm just going to do this thing with no regard to anybody involved. And Spirit's like, no. Stay in your morals, your beliefs, your ethics, your good nature, your good character. Be kind to yourself. Don't address anything with illness in your heart is what I'm getting. This is pretty big. I don't know who this message is for, but it's important. And this feels like it's happening now. Like, I feel like this has to do with Pluto going in Capricorn and coming back out real soon, which I believe is November 19th. Let's find out. What's the chaos, Spirit? Don't back down. Grief. Chaos and grief. But I feel like somebody's causing you a lot of grief in a situation. They're creating some kind of chaos. Or maybe you're like the watchman. You are the watchman as well. Could be. And you're watching the chaos cause grief for somebody. So what's the understanding? Pursued. Remember that as you go forward, and I'm hearing if you go forward, which is your choice, it's to pursue divine understanding about why, what, who, how, all of that. Come at that pursuit from divine intelligence and wisdom. It's not about the players involved. It's about the energies that are crunching. I was going to say unfolding, but unfolding and crunching, or like compacting. The necropolis. This is interesting. Okay, I'll leave that out. 1 second. Compacting energies into the necropolis. Something's closing in on itself. It's imploding. The energies are like compacting, solidifying, creating like a structure. Somebody's trapping themselves in something. Or the walls are closing in. I don't know, something's happening where it's like I'm feeling this motion of like it's closing in. It's getting tighter. But I don't feel like this is for you. Or it doesn't have to be something you experience if you pursue divine understanding. Okay, let's go in a little further, Spirit. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask, why are we having this reading? The Chariot. You're an important player in this. Like, you're an important soul spirit to be involved in this. You're who had that message? I think it was Cancer. You're pushing the vehicle. Yeah, it was Cancer. You're pushing the vehicle forward in some sense, or you're steering it. And the Watchmen are watching to see how you drive this vehicle. I feel like your thoughts and your emotional energy around this situation is driving it in a particular direction, which is very powerful. So be very mindful of what you're thinking and the energy signature behind those thoughts, and how something is impacting you emotionally. Because I feel like for somebody here, you could make a little shift that would benefit you in the way you're perceiving something, or in the way you're allowing something to get to you. I feel like something maybe is so intense, you could just compartmentalize it a little bit for your own well-being, and not give it some kind of chaotic energy that it's asking for. Understand that you are the calm sea whenever you want to be. Something about earth energy being stirred up. Maybe this has to do with money or resources, or there's some foundation. There's chaos. And there's grief. And I feel like this implosion, this compacted energy, it's like, I don't know, it's such a weird, how do I describe that? It's like creating this mountain of like crushed things, like cement and pavement and like trash, and it's just like all compacted together, and it's like a hard form, like a mountain. I don't like it. It feels gross. It feels uncomfortable. And I feel like Spirit is saying you're driving right over it. Like, you don't have to be in it. You can drive right over or right through the necropolis. Like, you don't have to get stuck there. You're being guided. And you've also seen the dark and the light of a situation, which gives you better insight. There's something, I just moved something from the right to the left. That feels significant. Something is changing positions here. Okay, let's see. Tell me more about obedience and the pillar of strength, Spirit. 8 of Wands. Continuing to go forward. Don't back down. But go forward with your true energy, your true essence, your true spirit. You could also get some support, I feel. Obedience, pillar of strength, The Chariot. Yeah, you're driving something here. I want to get back to the Watchmen in a second, Spirit, but let's continue on. Chaos and grief. 5 of Wands. There's conflict, combativeness, and look at you coming in here. Eight and 5, 13. Death. There's going to be... The Empress. You're creating some kind of finalization to something, or you're moving towards that energy in some sense. Or there's, someone is creating a lot of grief with the conflict and chaos they're stirring up. There's too many cooks in a kitchen. They're running into problems because they've gotten too many people involved, or there's too many thoughts involved, or they're trying to do something here and it's not working. And the Watchmen are watching. Okay, understanding and pursuit. Justice. The Watchmen are watching to see who's going to obey the law. And maybe this is like literally, I don't know. There's tons of stuff going on right now. Who's going to obey the law, divine law? Who's going to stay in karmic balance? And look, now we have justice without the blindfold. So the Watchmen are watching impartially, right? They're not judging. They're just watching the unfolding of the whole thing, okay? They're seeing people's actions. They're just watching. It's an energy. And then at the end of this, the blindfold comes off and they make a ruling. Ooh, this feels... I wouldn't want to mess with the Watchmen because they're making a ruling here. Yeah, no, not really. I was going to say it feels like a jury, but not really. It's not that. It's more powerful than that. Okay? Pursuit of justice and understanding. Who pursues this? That's who's going to... That's who they're going to rule in favor of. Whoever pursues divine understanding. Let me look at this card, understanding, and see if we can get a little bit more into that. I haven't used some of these decks in a while. This is the symbol for deep and true comprehension. It is one thing to read something or to hear something, but it is another thing to truly understand something. You are being asked to keep an open mind and heart and to allow yourself to absorb information as you receive it. Be open to the wisdom that can come only with time, patience, and perspective. Try to get outside of yourself and imagine what it's like to walk in someone else's shoes. To understand is to have power. Are you showing divine compassion and empathy in this situation? Which doesn't mean you let somebody get away with something, but you see it from their perspective, which helps you with your own ruling and your own manifestation of the correct form of justice. If you misperceive the other side and you make a ruling for yourself based on that perception, it's not balanced. And the Watchmen will watch you. Ooh. Yeah, so I feel like Spirit wants you to put yourself in someone else's shoes. Forgive someone who's trespassed against you. And again, this forgiveness is not saying it's okay or letting someone get away with something. It's not, don't back down, be a pillar of strength. But don't hold on to the contempt, the conflict, and the chaos. Don't let it consume you. Because if you do, you're giving over your power to rule in this situation. I'm hearing the Watchmen are you. The Watchmen are you. Whoa. Okay, this was a strong, powerful message for someone. I want to leave it there. I think that's where it should be left, okay? So hopefully this helped and this resonated for you and provided you some confirmation and guidance. I feel like this energy is going to be ongoing. I might come back to it, but it's like I kind of want to read more on it, but I feel this like I need to respect the Watchmen and where they've left it right now. So I'm going to respect that. But I might come back to it maybe in a week from now and see what's going on. What have the Watchmen seen? Okay. Yeah. Okay. I love you guys so much. I'll see you next time.